Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're on day 4 here on Snowdrop Tundra, looking for us a hefty little deli bird that's gonna have some really good skills and really be nice for us. But first, we're gonna start off with 6,077 sneaky snacking, and we're gonna grab 1 recovery incense for going to bed on time. We're also gonna get a rank up apparently from that sneaky snacking. That's gonna put us at Ultra 1. No, Great 5. Ooh, I'm slacking this week. Not good. Not good considering I want a deli bird and I need higher ranks to get higher odds. But let's see, we're going to grab 100 sleep points first and foremost. That's going to put us at 5,313 total. And then for the daily lottery, we are also going to pick up a biscuit would be nice. 15 diamonds is even better. Nice. Okay. Let's go ahead and back out. Let's jump into this sleep report and see if we can at least get the dozing type to try to get deli bird first. So far, no luck this week. I think I've gotten slumbering every day this week so far, so that's good. Or not good. That's very bad. I don't know why I said that's good. That's very, very bad. That's not what we want. We want dozing. It does look like there's a decent amount of dozing there. 14% of it. That might be enough. Might be enough. It is. Okay, so we do have a shot at a deli bird. I think right now only about a 30% chance, maybe somewhere around there, if I remember the probabilities correctly for Great 4. Maybe slightly lower, maybe around 25, but 21.7 million is a good amount of drowsy power. So let's see. Let's see if we got lucky this time around. There's a Toxicroak, that's surprising, and a Gulpin, 2 poison types. What else? Come on, Delibird. Where you at? That's a Altaria. Why is Altaria here? This seems way too early. Unfortunately, no Delibird, but we got 2 other birds. We got a Gulpin, a Bellsprout, a Ghastly, a Toxicroak, an Altaria, and a Psyduck. Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, the odds weren't in our favor with only 25-30%, somewhere around there. Odds weren't very high that we were going to get one. But at least we got the dozing type, and that's a good start. No one's hungry, huh? Nobody is hungry. Okay, well, you know what? I'm just gonna feed the Gulpin and take it home. Not really much else to do right now. Don't want to catch a Toxicroak or Altaria. I'd rather catch their pre-evolved forms. Gulpin was already full. Ghastly, I already have 3 good ones. And then Bellsprout, I have a good Victory Bell already. Probably could have done with a better Bellsprout, but ultimately not that big a deal. And Psyduck, mine's like 95 PR, so there's not really a reason to catch another one other than just more candy. But as far as what we're gonna send out, I'm gonna try to pull a big brain idea, and I'm gonna send some Swablu candy. And we'll get into why I'm doing that a little bit later, because there is something I want to discuss with the upcoming Cram-O-Matic that we'll get into a little bit later. So go ahead and stick around for that one. We are going to grab about 2,700, 2,800 Dream Shards today. Not too bad. And of course, we caught this gorgeous little Gulpin. And it is going to be level 13 and quiet. Uh-oh. I don't think that's good. So we've got soybeans, mushrooms, soybeans. And then the sub skills, we're looking at Helping Speed M. That's a good start. It's a very good start. Energy recovery bonus, also not bad. Ingredient Finder S, not really what we want necessarily, but not the worst. Helping Speed S and Ingredient Finder M, a lot of doubled up sub skills. Quiet Nature is ingredient finding and XP gains down. So not the worst. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I was thinking it was going to be like main skill chance down for some reason. But that's rash, so I don't know why I was thinking that. But anyway, let's see how this pans out. Probably Dream Shard Magnet. Ooh, Dream Shard Magnet's nice. We need to keep that in mind. This might still be worth using down the road. Ooh, well, maybe not. If this keeps going further down, maybe not. I mean, 14% relative strength is actually kind of surprising, given these sub skills with no skill trigger increase at all. I thought it would be wouldn't be this good, since there's no skill trigger increase. The only thing helping is the speed. So that gets us another check more quickly on whether or not we got a skill trigger, but not actually increasing the rate of skill triggers. The base rate, I should say. Overall, not looking too terrible though. Might be better than what we've caught so far. Might be. We'll just have to wait and see on that 100 to kick in. I'm trying to remember the one that I have so far. I know I have a Swalot, but I don't think it was very well rated. But I just don't remember. It's been a long time since I've looked at it. And since it's been a while, it could have possibly changed. And maybe not be rated the same as it once was. Come on, this thing's taking forever today. I know level 100 usually takes a while, but it feels like it's taking longer than normal. Come on. It may be because there's just nothing else going on and not really any other interest in this. 64 PR though. Finally got done. All right, 64 PR. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. I'm not going to save it to the box yet, but I am going to hold on to it and I'm going to compare it to the other one that we already have. It's not bad. It may be better than that one. So we'll hold on to it. It may come in handy someday. But if the other one is significantly better, then I just realized for some reason you guys weren't looking at it, and I don't know why. I am failing at my job today. Anyway, this is what we were looking at. So y'all just sat there and stared at me looking at this, just waiting on 100 to kick in. Sorry about that. But yeah, 64 PR is what we've got. Like I said, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to compare it to the other one that we have and see which one's better and get rid of the less effective one. But let's go ahead and move on and get back to the normal stuff we're going to do today. Anyway, let's see. Do we have any new news? No new news. We do have new community reports. We're going to get about 43, 45. Okay, not too bad. 45's pretty good with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 that doubled up for a second there. I thought we were going to hit 20 again. 15 that doubled up out of 45 is very, very good odds. We've actually had really good candy double odds lately. So that's very nice, especially with that candy Cram-O-Matic coming up. Every extra bit of candy is going to be very nice. All right, so first things first, can we get the skill trigger? Nice, we got it. That's what we want. That is what we want and need. I have enough for a couple of green grass salad. We have just unfortunately been struggling to get enough ingredients for the green grass salad. So that has been a big downside to this. Honestly, at this point in the game, a triple oil Toxicroak would be good if we had level 60 available. I know it's not ready yet, but when it is available, I think that's going to make a huge difference in the salad game for making the green grass salad specifically. So maybe want to be on the lookout for a triple oil Krogunk, because if you're trying to make green grass salad for every meal of the day, that oil production from a double oil is just not enough. And I think this one's double oil and then sausage. So we are unfortunately going to have to look for a better one eventually. But for now, we can make the green grass salad. And then hopefully we can make it again for lunch. But I don't know if I have enough. Yeah, we probably will have enough for lunch. I'd be surprised if we didn't get at least 6 of them before dinner time. So we should have enough for lunch. But dinner is a different story. I've kind of been making the green grass salad for 2 meals out of the day, and then just the strongest meal I can make. I think I've been doing contrary chocolate salad for the 3rd meal, just to avoid using ingredients from the green grass salad. But if we could get an extra tasty, that would really help quite a lot. At any point, if we could get an extra tasty, that would be nice, but especially now would be very nice. There it is! Yay! Sometimes you just gotta ask. All right, so 60,876. Very nice. That's gonna be a huge help. It'll make up for some of these lesser strength dishes that I've been making. Hopefully at least get us to Ultra 2 would be really nice, but I think we're gonna be just shy of it. Let's see. See how this pans out. Ooh, a little less than I thought. about halfway to Ultra 2. But every rank that we get is going to get us closer or get us better odds for a Delibird. So it's good. And just imagine if we didn't get that extra tasty, how far off we'd be. It's a rough week here on Snowdrop. That area bonus, I'm definitely feeling the, I think it's only 20% area bonus right now. Let me see. 15. Yeah, 15% area bonus. I am definitely feeling it here at Snowdrop Tundra. It's been a rough week, but we're making the best of it that we can. So, yeah, things have gone pretty well so far. Okay, now for what I really wanted to talk about, we've got the Candy Cram-O-Matic coming up next week for the Summer Festival event. I wanted to kind of talk about what are going to be the better candy ideas for putting into the Cram-O-Matic. We also have some more information about what it's going to take to use the Cram-O-Matic 4 times. They haven't announced it officially. I believe it was the data miners that have found this information. It seems like, if I remember the number correctly, it went by pretty quick in the Discord, and I was kind of busy yesterday, so I didn't have a chance to really commit it to memory, but I think it was, if you wanted to use the Cram-O-Matic all 4 times, and correct me in the comments if I get this one wrong, but I think if you use it all 4 times, it costs 64,000 Dream Shards for all 4 uses. Now, that amount is divvied up across all 4 uses, and it gets more expensive each time you use it, but in total, I think it was 64,000 for all 4 uses. So it is quite a lot of Dream Shards to use it all 4 times, all 7 days. So I don't know that we want to do that, but I do want to get to the Cram-O-Matic. There we go. So the Cram-O-Matic functions in that if you feed it 40 candies and some Dream Shards, you will get a random medium-sized candy of a random type. Now, the way that works is if you throw in, let's just say 40 Wobbuffet candies, then you're going to get a random medium-sized candy, which returns 25 candies of the Pokemon of your choice, not the Pokemon of that type. So you could get a Wobbuffet candy is what we threw in. Let's say we get a Psychic Candy medium. You use it on a Psychic type Pokemon, say Ralts, you get 25 Ralts candies. So the idea is that you throw in a bunch of your extra candies that you're not going to use or that you just have a huge excess of. Wobbuffet being one that it seems like from a week or 2 ago, we all discussed that most of us have a ton of extra Wobbuffet candy. But keep in mind, the candy you get out of it is random. However, you can manipulate it in a little bit. You can manipulate it in the sense that if you put in 40 Bulbasaur candies, the candy that comes out is slightly more likely to be grass type. However, if you feed it 30 Bulbasaur candies and 10 Pikachu candies, it is slightly more likely to be grass and very slightly more likely to be electric. So the amount of candies you put in, or the type of candies you put in, can affect what comes out, but it is not guaranteed. Keep that in mind, it's not guaranteed. Also, slightly is a very vague term. So how much it will affect the likelihood of that candy being the type that you want, I'm not sure. To me, slightly sounds like less than 10%. So I don't know that I would have high hopes that throwing in 40 Wobbuffet candies is going to guaranteed give me a Psychic Candy. We will just have to test it out and see how things work out in the long run. So that's going to be an interesting thing to think about. And that in mind, that's why I wanted to talk about the Cram-O-Matic and try to start a discussion on what candies are going to be the best to throw in. Obviously, it's going to be better to throw in the candies that you have in excess of, but how best can we use those candies is the question. So Jigglypuff candy, I have a ton of, didn't realize that I had over 1,000 of them, but I have 1,000 Jigglypuff candies. If I wanted to maximize odds of getting a particular type of candy, say I wanted electric type candy, I could throw in 19 Jigglypuff candy, 21 Pikachu candy, and that would push the odds in favor of it being a Pikachu, or not a Pikachu, an electric type candy. And vice versa, if I did 19 Pikachu candy, 21 Jigglypuff, that would push the odds in favor of being a fairy type candy. So that's some ways that you can maximize your odds. Is that the best way? I'm not entirely sure, because I don't know if it takes the amount into account. So if I were to do 30 Jigglypuff candy and 10 Pikachu candy, would I then get a more increased chance of getting fairy type over 21 to 19? Or is it just a simple majority where the majority type that you put in is going to have just a set amount higher chance of being the candy that you want? So that's the question. Does it matter to put in 30 versus 30 and 10, or can you do 21, 19 and get the same odds? Don't really know, as far as I'm aware, so we are going to have to do some research on that. However, if I am wrong and somebody's figured that out already, be sure to drop that information in the comments as well. Let us know. Like I said, I want to get this discussion going on what is going to be the best choice for us to use our candies on. Also, I want to get your guys' ideas on, give me your top, give me your top 5 candies that you think are going to be the best filler for the Cram-O-Matic. Not necessarily the ones that you want to put in to try to get a specific outcome, but for the example that I was using of 1921, what is your top 5 candies for the 19 side? Obviously, you want to do the 21 candies of the type that you want, but if you just need to throw in a random filler, what is that 19 candies going to be? For me, Jigglypuff seems like a pretty good candidate. Probably never going to need that many Jigglypuff candies. So Jigglypuff candy is a pretty good candidate. Pikachu candy is probably a pretty good candidate. Wobbuffet as well. Honestly, most of my top 5 here is going to be what I would think would be good ones. Sudowoodo, I would probably do over Ekans, because I feel like poison type, Ekans being a berry specialist, I think Ekans could be very useful eventually, so I don't know that I want to use the Ekans candy. Plus, I just like Arbok, so maybe I'm a little bit biased. But for me, top 5 probably be Jigglypuff, Pikachu, Wobbuffet, maybe Gulpin, and Sudowoodo. Out of the others that are here in my top, also maybe Ditto. I feel like Ditto just gets outshined by a lot of other Pokemon. The only thing that makes Ditto nice is that it has a variety, but it's not very reliable. So I think Ditto candy is a good alternative to throw in there as well. So that's kind of what I'm going for. Also, keep in mind that if you throw in candy for Eevee, you can use that Eevee candy to get any of the evolutions. So if you want to get candy for, let's say, Sylveon, you can throw in 19 Jigglypuff and then 21 what's its name, Slackoth, and try to get a normal type candy to put that towards an Eevee, and you can do that. Also, a fun little trick you can do is if you get fairy type candy, the fairy type candy M out of the Cram-O-Matic, you can use that fairy type candy M on a Sylveon to get the Eevee candy that you can then use on Sylveon. And that works for all of the evolutions, so you can actually pull a fun little trick that way for the evolutions. That said, other possible candidates that I've seen are Riolu, Growlithe, Wobbuffet, well, Wobbuffet I've already said, and maybe even Cubone. So, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about some of those. Cubone, I feel like, is pretty helpful at Taupe Hollow with Marowak, so I don't know that I would do that one, but that's why this is a discussion. So, like I said, let me know in the comments below if I've got any of this information wrong, particularly about the amount of Dream Shards that it costs to use the Cram-O-Matic, and let me know your top 5 as far as which candy you think is going to be the best trash or filler candy to use in the Cram-O-Matic. But that is all from me today. Also, make sure if you want to join us for this conversation and take it off of YouTube, we are on the Discord. We are talking about this. It's actually where this conversation got started, was in our Discord. So if you want to join us there, make sure to click the link in the description down below. Thank you for watching the video, and while you're down there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so that we can get some extra content going. And other than that, that is all for me today. So y'all have a good night. I look forward to the conversation, and until next time, later, dudes.